I'm watching a lovely flock of black-tailed godwit flying past. I'm at Thameside Nature Reserve on the edge of the Thames in Essex, and already this morning I've spotted plenty of estuarine birds on the Thames, and over here farmland birds that are declining right across the country, like skylarks and linnets. Do you know what? I'm in for a good day nature spotting. Matty, I have to say that these meadows are botanically really rich.
Oh, they're wonderful, aren't they? I mean, there's such a diversity of wildflowers here. You've got the wild carrot, knapweed, bit of ragwort over there.
There's still the yarrow coming out.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
Common blue butterfly?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, excellent.
I love my butterflies, but even more, I love birds. What do we like to see here?
You'll have whitethroats in every single one of these bramble bushes. Linnets, there's a good population around here, and the kestrel's often out hunting in this field.
And I've seen one bird and heard it as well, the one that lifts up into the sky.
Oh yeah, the skylark, yeah. It is a really good site for skylarks.
It's very interesting because a lot of the birds that you're seeing here are species that are declining elsewhere.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a really important site for a lot of farmland birds. Whatever you want, if you want wildlife, if you want peace and the quiet, or if you want to take in the spectacular views across the Thames Estuary, yeah, everything's here.
What's interesting and unique about this place is that the whole site lies on top of 50 years of waste collected from 6 London boroughs. Appropriately named Mucking, 750,000 tonnes of the capital's rubbish was brought here each year. Transported 30 miles up the Thames in yellow containers like these. John Benson volunteers at the reserve. His family have lived and worked in the area all their lives.
What we've got over here is the marshes, which was where the Shell oil refinery was from about 1920 to the end of the last century, and where I worked for 30 years. My great-grandfather was a barge skipper on the river, and he used to sail these barges into the Mucking Creek. They were taking gravel out from here to go up and build Battersea Power Station and the Ford factory, and then bringing back rubbish, which was what started the rubbish tip.
So you've seen this place change unbelievably. When they were bringing in all the rubbish from London, what was it like?
Well, it wasn't good. The winter wasn't too bad, but the summertime, it was smelly, and there was lots of flies.
But new legislation on waste 8 years ago meant this site was forced to close.
The first thing we noticed that when they've closed the pit was we got no more flies indoors.
From one of the biggest landfill sites in Western Europe to a haven for wildlife in just a few years. This whole area will eventually cover 845 acres, which is around twice the size of Regent's Park. And the diggers just behind me have been working for the last 8 years, covering all the rubbish with soil. But how do you go about converting what was landfill into a lovely grassland nature reserve? Landfill site operator Enervert has been tasked with the job of restoring the site.
We've capped the site off. We use a plastic liner which protects any gas emissions and odours escaping from the site. And then once we've put the plastic liner down, we'll put a metre to 2 metres of soil over the top. And then we'll seed it, put crops down, plant trees, and get this site ready to hand over.
What's particularly exciting for wildlife here is the chalk that has been brought in.
That chalk's all come from central London in a big tunnelling project that was done in the city.
Oh, that's amazing, because we all know that limestone grassland is one of the most threatened habitats and is incredibly rich for flowers and also invertebrates. Is this the way forward?
If we can develop a fantastic nature park from our waste, surely it's got to be a positive outlook for everyone.
I think the reason why this reserve is so rich is not only down to its location right by the Thames or the wonderful farmland and scrubland, but also, surprisingly, it's got quite a bit of fresh water. And who better to tell me about that than the Environment Agency? On the water, it's hard to imagine that we are in the middle of what was one of the largest rubbish dumps in the whole of Europe.
We have been monitoring for the last year what's here, and it's quite amazing.
Certainly looking around, I'm seeing a lot of bird life. There's
Yeah.
a big flock of coot over there.
Yeah.
There's great crested grebes. I know there's a very important species of fish, which is probably very important to you as well here.
Yeah, the eel, the European eel has suffered greatly in the last sort of 40 years. We've seen massive declines.
And lovely elvers. Where have these come from?
These are baby eels that have migrated all the way from the Sargasso Sea into freshwater habitats like we've got here at Mucking.
So would we see big adult eels in the lake behind us, ones that are the thickness of my forearm?
Yes, last year we did a survey and we had a large adult eel, about 6-7 pounds. And that would be a female eel that will migrate back out of this freshwater habitat into the Thames Delta and then all the way back again to the Sargasso.
The most enormous journey.
Yeah.
They're a really important part of the ecosystem. It shows these sites are really healthy.
Well, they're very healthy, and that link for biodiversity that the eel gives for birds, other fish species and small crustaceans it feeds on, it really indicates to us how healthy the lake is.
It's not just the wildlife enjoying the site today. These children from Woodside Academy are here for a bug hunt. I think it's a common or field grasshopper. Well done. Excellent. You've caught Leo a gatekeeper butterfly. It's a butterfly of high summer and it lays its eggs in grasses, so it's perfect. Should we let it go? Do you want to take the lid off? Go on, 3, 2, 1. See you later. In my opinion, kids don't get out enough.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, there are more and more schools doing it, and lots of our sites are nice and busy. We'd love more to come down to the Thames side and appreciate what we've got here, because it's such a fantastic site, so much variety.
Wow, you've got a micro moth there. So this is like a butterfly, but it flies at night. What's your favourite creature?
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper. Mine too. Can you see those little boxing gloves at the front?
Yeah.
They're the pedipalps. They call the pedipalps, and that's a male spider. Look at that bush cricket there. What a brilliant find. For me, that's best spot of the day. Well, as you can see, the sun is setting, but I'm not bothered in the slightest because I'm watching a barn owl. Look at that hovering. Fit talons down. Oh, it's dived down. Oh, great stuff. Not quite sure if it caught something here. What a beautiful bird to end a fabulous day.